I think a lot of people have a desire to be more elegant, but it can be difficult if you don't really know where to start, and especially when it comes to the world of fragrances, of which there are thousands. So there are many elegant fragrances to choose from, but I've kind of narrowed it down here for this video to some of the most elegant fragrances, at least in my opinion. One of the most iconic, I think anyone would consider it elegant, is Chanel number 5 here. Even, the packaging is very sleek. And the thing about this is that it has been pristine and sophisticated since its inception in 1921, which is more than 100 years ago. And you can see all the ads for this perfume has pictures of women with pearls or, elegantly dressed and everything. And this perfume really is like the topper of all of that. And that's pretty much clear to see in the scent itself, because it's interesting because it's not really your typical feminine scent that you would expect today. Feminine scents today are usually very, very sweet, very, a bit fruity, a bit floral, a bit this and that. But feminine scents of the past, like this one, are more intriguing, more mysterious, because they have these different notes. Chanel number 5 has many interesting floral notes mixed with wood notes, sandalwood, animalistic notes like civet, amber, and many things like that. So it does have the kind of light florals mixed with really kind of warm, interesting notes in the base notes. And that's what I really like, the kind of mixture that you don't really get in perfumes these days, modern perfumes. So it gives it more personality, I think, number 5. And, it's a classic. You can't really go wrong with it. I can't really think of anyone who dislikes Chanel number 5. So there's a choice that you really can't go wrong with. Another one, kind of in the same vein, is Shalimar. Shalimar is a bit more hardcore compared to Chanel number 5, because it's more of an intense fragrance, especially the eau de parfum, which is more concentrated. Shalimar also came out in the 20s, so it's really not your typical feminine fragrance. It has these really interesting notes of smoke, resin, has some citrus notes and floral notes mixed in, lots of wood, and overall it's kind of heavy, smoky, resinous scent. And it has that smokiness naturally gives it an air of mystery mixed with this very sleek elegance. I would argue both for men and women, because it's really a unisex scent, because there's nothing too feminine or too masculine about it. It's really perfectly in the middle. And it's just a great fragrance. It's one of my favorites. It just has a mysterious mist about it. And the old ads for Shalimar are also all about luxury, showing that this is a high-class fragrance for, refined, elegant people. And you could just kind of feel that when you put it on, so it's an enjoyable scent. Another one, which is pretty recognizable, Red Door here. This is more of a casual, everyday scent, but still elegant, because it has these floral notes and a few fruity notes that are blended together with very, very light hints of musk, a little bit of wood, and it's a really nicely balanced fragrance. And a lot of perfumes don't really know how to be balanced. They might have too much of this note or too much of that note, but Red Door, it's been around for, I think, 3 decades, so it's obviously it knows how to be a good perfume. And it's light, but it's long-lasting. It won't give people around you a headache. It won't give you a headache. And it's just a pleasant smell. The musk notes are pretty light, so it's good for people who don't really care for musk notes or animalistic notes. This is more, it kind of reminds you of spring, more just light and floral and just, very pleasant. So that's nice for, if you want to be elegant during a regular outing, like a picnic or something, a trip to the grocery store. So then another one, which is kind of similar actually to Red Door in some ways, Sublime by the French brand of Jean Patou. This is a very also kind of floral, bright floral fragrance, light, but warmer than Red Door. It has a certain warmth, really, that I personally quite like. It's a very comforting fragrance. It's very summery, not really as powdery as Red Door. Red Door is a little bit powdery. Sublime is, it's really just, it's also a fragrance that you can't disagree with. It's very inoffensive to the nose. And it's just very pleasant. I can't think of anyone who would dislike it, unless you dislike florals for some reason, but that's pretty uncommon. So, there you go. And then the last one here is Voyage, Perfumes, in here. And this is also a good one for people who prefer lighter scents. Say heavy scents give you a headache or you just don't like them. This is a good alternative. This has notes of citrus, kind of lemon lime sort of thing, some light floral notes, green notes, kind of green tea sort of thing. And the base notes are pretty light, and they're not too prominent, but this is generally, it reminds you, well, I suppose it reminds you of the sea that the horse is riding across. And, it has kind of an ocean spray kind of vibe. And this is also really good for a kind of day scent, because it's not too long lasting, which is its only kind of downfall. It's not going to last as long as these other ones here. And for that reason, it's really good for the daytime, because during the evening you want a scent that will last throughout the evening. But this one is really good for the daytime, and it's also, very inoffensive. It doesn't really have any notes that most people would dislike. Mainly just citrus and florals with some green tea thrown in. So it's actually very refreshing too, very clean. So those are pretty much my top picks for elegant fragrances. Of course, there are many others that are out there that I might not know about, that are also very sophisticated and kind of clean and precise. But these are pretty much my favorites. I also think they're very classic choices. A lot of these are very old, 100 years old or near that. So that's pretty much what I have to say about elegant fragrances. So if you have any ideas or recommendations for elegant, sophisticated fragrances, you can leave those down in the comments below. If you like the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.